welcome back channel. Train station 2. Alright, we got first in the third competition as well, and I managed to get 1000 event coin legendary train. Alright, so this is the start of the third competitions, and of course we didn't really start it well because we got the last in the line. But lucky the EP that we have saved up is definitely something that actually propels up the ranking chart. If you are already having these bonus jobs, you gotta bear in mind these bonus jobs, there are only 10 of them. Once you completed 10 of them, there will be no more. That doesn't mean you do not have another job to do. After you complete those bonus jobs, you will still have 3 jobs to do. So I'm going to activate my innovation center for the legendary train. As usual, that will really helps because legendary train with 80 capacity plus 20, there will be 100 powerful trains. Alright, so the 100 capacity powerful trains will help a lot in terms of getting raw materials, getting gold every 4 hourly, or delivery as well. So this is something you gotta bear in mind. Warehouse is always an issue. If you could upgrade your warehouse early by doing all the building upgrades, then of course with that sufficient population, then of course you could then increase the warehouse capacity. Of course you could also use the innovation center now to eliminate the problem of small warehouse. The other way to do it free is basically free up the space in a warehouse by removing those unnecessary or not required items, which is a tiny amount. The other way to look at it is also utilizing your factories in terms of the input and output tray. If you have stored that production, your input tray will act as your interim warehousing. Then of course continuously keep on building in your event factory, and that allows you to store more items into your warehouse itself. So generally that's how you would like to eliminate the tiny warehouse problem. Do remember to watch all those videos along the way you can see in the event maps, as well as clicking on those exclamation marks that give you a tiny bit of rewards. Alright, so we are at 763, roughly about 37 more levels to go before we hit on to Egypt. I'm still very far away from my target of 2 million. I think I'm only 500,000 so it's already painful. In this event, definitely you're going to gather 10 packs of gold. It's not a lot, but nonetheless better than none. Definitely that would helps a bit. It seems like the way we're progressing, most probably we can only get maybe 1 million or 1 million plus before we hit on to Egypt. Here we are having some fierce competitors as usual, but I was so shocked that I was stuck in this rare train jobs that I managed only to clear after a long while. That gives me some breather. So I was stuck at there for really very long, of relating to 2 rare jobs that moves really slow, even though I may have to spend the innovation center to do it, but nonetheless still really slow progress there. So really happy I managed to clear that 2 rare jobs happened together, so we have managed to climb back to the second spot. I just need a bit more push before we move on to the first spot itself. So it's relatively important for me to make sure we get first in this competition, which is third. I've emphasized many times in my videos the importance of clearing 3 first in the first 3 competition because they are the easiest of all. Why so? Because by starting late, you are avoiding those fierce competitors, and also people will not be spending that much in the first 3 competitions because they are unaware of whether are they able to get good placing, hence they may be saving a bit. It's only at the 4th competition onwards that they decided to go 5th gear and they start the spending of gems heavily so that they can gather all their power to push to the first place. So with that being said, I will always want to avoid where people are fighting really hard. So in the first 3 competitions, that's where I fight really hard. At the 4th competition onwards, I tend to be more relaxed. Of course, that's also because I already attained what I wanted in the 1000 event coin legendary. The rest are all extras to me, which is just gathering in terms of the gold packs, as well as those big boxes, which are parts. Again, the parts are important, although we move into Egypt, it comes handy. Nonetheless, I think more importantly is going to save up those gems and innovation center dollars or the bucks that you get from the season play, because we're really depleting a lot, almost all in these first 3 competitions. I always wanted to save them for big events, where that's what I've been doing, and I can only afford to run the spending sprint on the first 3 competition itself. I couldn't afford it to run for 6 sprints. Basically, it's just the first 3 sprints in the first 3 competition that would have already depleted or my union dollars or bucks. So gems likewise, hard-earned gems, video by video, event by event, we have saved up. It definitely normally we spend 110 gems at the start for 2 of those event factory building slots. The balance is really to hasten the process of production of certain items that request for, or to call back the dispatchers for urgent dispatch. So in order to meet the timeline, all this will cost a lot of gems, especially for free to play. 1 gem per video, you can imagine that, and requesting those items or actually spending because you don't have the item at that moment and you really need to manufacture items. All this is really very tough, but I would say the innovation center turned the tides. In the past, I wouldn't be able to get first if I've met a fierce gem spender, but nowadays it's much easier because of the innovation center. They may not have as many or as much of those union dollars that I had, probably because they have not been focusing on that. But that said, there are indeed players who really have very rich in union dollars. So again, it's a plus and minus, but to me so far experiencing, I think that's a good improvement. Alright, so with that, the less than 22 hours to go, I've created a huge gap so that I've secured my win. At this stage, I'm quite comfortable, although there's only 13 hours left. At this juncture, I'm quite able to secure the first place. As I mentioned earlier, or if you have seen my previous 2 videos, we have secured 2 wins so far. With this additional win, we're getting 1050 coins in total, spending 1000 on the event legendary, and remaining 50 on those exchanges for gold. I think all this will become too good, and next is really targeting the 4000 event keys legendary, and then we're going to make a choice between the epic rare, common, and a special building, or even sacrifice all these trains for parts. This is something I've been toying about, but then again, we're got to see how things work out. Alright, so really happy we got first here, and of course with the first, really looking forward to the prize item. Alright, so that's a spending of my 1050 event coins, legendary train, really beautiful one, and of course extra gold. We are now at 600,000, so fully 1 million is getting close by. Alright, just show you the event trains I've gathered so far from all the events in Japan. So this is the first one. This is the latest we just saw earlier, SAR class 16DA. Moon Guard previous events, really nice steam train, and same thing the moon truck as well. So the other one is CNO Yellow Belly. Then we have the next one, which is Miron Plus B. There are various legendary in every single event, Euro Runner. Then of course it comes to the non events, be the region trains, region legendary of 20 capacity, a couple of them as well, even some duplicates. Really, these are all the trains that are really powerful in terms of helping Japan Shinkansen. Alright, so coming towards the end of this video. I hope to enjoy it. Do join my IG as well. Thank you for watching. Do like and subscribe. Goodbye.